Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka your Storm, and whoops, I've got my own Twitch playing in the background. Let me exit out of that. There we go. That would have been bad. And we are back with some more of the Mighty Battle Lizard as Reewish, and we are post Castle Thorn. If you want to see that, it is on YouTube, or it is still in this channel for the time being. Let's see, Murkmire Whispers in the Wood. Let's get that rolling. What quest is that?
Beagle! Ah, clutch sibling from a distant shore. I have a business opportunity that I think will intrigue you. Much profit. Will you hear me out?
What kind of business opportunity are we talking about?
Increased business for me, extra gold for you. I believe the Imperials call it a win-win situation. The prominent trader, Captain Jimala, arrived in port. If we can convince her to export my Vosa Satas, the possibilities for profit are endless.
What's a Vosa Salsa?
The instrument of my people. For many Argonians, the dulcet croaks of a Vosa Sata remind them of the sounds of home. Act as my envoy and bring this opportunity to Captain Jimala. Help me secure a trade agreement and I will compensate.
Alright, what do you need me to do?
First, we must learn everything we can about Captain Jimala and how to make a good impression. Talk to people who have dealt with her before, such as Tolwyn, Claus the Ghost, and Rujawan. I'll catch up with you so we can plan our next move.
Why use me as an envoy? Why not contact Captain Jamila directly?
Appearances, Beagle, appearances. Jimala travels the world and has refined tastes. One cannot simply walk up to her and offer their wares like a wandering merchant. No, we must make a good first impression. And to do that, I need you to serve as my envoy.
Does an envoy really make you seem more important?
Of course. Outsiders respond better to people they see as important. We are partners, equals in this endeavor. Serving as my envoy is for appearances only. It makes us both look good and improves our chances to secure a deal with the captain.
Okay. See, it was marked as a main quest, but it's not listed as a main quest. And I think I've already done the Lilmouth. Yeah, Lilmouth's already been completed, so I don't have to worry about that in particular. Alright, so let's go talk to these people. Hello, Rujawan.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Ojel?
I understand you have an arrangement with Captain Jamila. Any suggestions on how to impress her?
What is this really about, outsider? Are you trying to intrude upon my business? I assure you, Captain Jimala knows a rogue and a cheat when she sees one. That's why we have such an ironclad agreement.
Unless you sell Velsa salts, you have nothing to worry about.
Neshdika must have employed you as an envoy. Very clever. Know that Captain Jimala is a shrewd negotiator, but a fair partner. Speak true and bargain in good faith. That will earn you the respect of the Master of the Prowler.
The Prowler?
Yes, the Prowler. Captain Jimala's ship. She can't very well be a secret.
Oh god, the
and
Prowler.
prominent trader without a good vessel. You need to know these things if you hope to impress the captain.
Thanks for the advice. Oh god, the Prowler. I know that ship. I've ridden on that, not as this character, but other characters. I have ridden on that ship. And the character that I have who has ridden on that ship, well, one of them anyways, is not on good standing with said captain because I destroyed an artifact that she wanted, even though the artifact basically sacrificed the lives of other people to fire off a death laser, and you know that wasn't okay. But anyways, Colwyn.
Welcome to Lilmoth, friend. Is that a shrewd and discerning gaze I detect? I know a fellow entrepreneur when I meet one. I'm a financier, you see, and I have an exciting business proposition, if you're interested, of course.
I'm already working with Nez Deca, and we're hoping to make a deal with Captain Jamila.
The Khajiit Sea Captain, huh?
Oh, maybe not the one I was thinking of.
Everyone wants to work with Jimala. I met her a few months ago. I needed a reliable ship to carry Alikiri trade.
Why does the
goods.
Prowler sound so familiar?
With the war and all, Jimala made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
What did you do to impress her and secure the deal?
Impress her? No, that wasn't how I got close to the sea captain. No, I showed her courtesy and respect. I deferred to her expertise and let her suggest the best way we could work together. That's how I caught Jimala's eye.
Thanks for the information. I know I've met her somewhere before. Maybe it's not the one I was thinking of. Claws the ghost, huh?
Is it true that this Lotus Plague turned whatever it touched into a zombie?
You don't look like you require protection, Sharptooth. You need something, or is this a social call? And if I killed someone you knew, remember that I'm a mercenary. It wasn't personal. It was just business.
Nish Deca sent me. We're hoping to make a deal with Captain Jamila, and we're seeking some advice.
Nesh Dika, the instrument crafter. Interesting. Sure, I know the captain. She hires me to escort her around the marsh sometimes. Matter of fact, I provided protection when she was last in port. I heard she's back, but I haven't spoken to her.
Does the captain hire you for protection often?
Often enough to put a few meals on the table. The captain can handle herself, but she recognizes the value of local talent. Hiring a sellsword like me provides her with someone who speaks the language and knows the native customs.
So how'd you impress the captain and earn her trust?
I did my job and made sure to follow the captain's commands to the letter. Captain Jimala appreciates a no-nonsense approach to my kind of work. I handle the rough stuff, but I never instigate trouble. I solve problems, I don't cause them.
You don't sound like the other Argonians I've spoken to here in Murkmire.
No surprise there. I'm what the locals call a Lukial Argonian, an out-of-towner. Basically, Argonians who leave the swamp and live among the Dryskins, as well as those born in other regions.
Are Lukials treated differently here?
You get a few suspicious looks from the locals, the Naga in particular. But for the most part, we're more or less left alone. Honestly, it'd be hard-pressed to find an Argonian in Murkmire who really resents much of anything.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, except for the pity everyone shows me. The locals can't imagine life away from the Hist. I'd be lying if I said there was nothing to it. Out in Alikir, I rarely even thought about the Hist. Now that I'm here, I actually miss it. It's weird.
It's because it's where you grew up.
Come, speak with me.
Nish,
Ah, my friend and partner. Were you able to find out about Captain Jimala's likes and dislikes? Anything that will improve our chances to make a deal would be helpful.
the captain reacts well to respect, bargaining in good faith, and a no-nonsense attitude.
Well then, we should have little trouble. I am all those things and more when it comes to business. We just need to complete a Vosa Sattel so we can present it to the good captain. That is sure to convince her to deal with us.
What can I do to help?
You can gather the frogs while I put the finishing touches on the instrument.
Oh, I've done this quest before.
Mossfoot croakers, ruby hoppers, indigo tree frogs, and sun-blessed toads. Here, I wrote everything down so you won't have to remember all the details.
Why do you need me to gather frogs?
What do they teach Argonians where you come from? We need the frogs for the Vosa Sattel. They produce its sweet-sounding melodies. The note explains how to catch each frog. Once you have them all, return to my shop, and We'll finish the instrument.
I got a couple of questions before I agree to gather these frogs.
Ask, and I'll do my best to answer. Partners must be completely honest with each other. Providing detailed explanations is just the mushroom on the log when it comes to total honesty.
Where do I find the frogs you need?
Mossfoot croakers nest in the reeds that grow along the shore east of Lilmoth. These playful frogs have no natural predators. They eagerly greet visitors. I suggest you gather these green little fellows first, as they are easiest to catch.
Tell me about the other frogs.
Second, seek out the ruby hoppers. These red frogs like to sun themselves on stones around Lilmoth. Approach cautiously, however, or the ruby hopper will run. Once frightened, they often hide by the big tree at the center of town.
What about the third frog?
Ah, the indigo tree frog. It nests high up in the trees, but loves the taste of flesh flies. Find the right trees, gather some insects, and release them beneath the branches. When the blue frogs hop down to feast, simply grab them.
And the final frog you need?
Sun-blessed toads. They nest in mud pits, emerging every few seasons to mate. To lure them out, make a musk out of stench sedge, salt rush, and joy mallow. Find a pit that has a croak wheel and pour the musk on yourself. Then just turn the wheel.
I don't understand what frogs have to do with the musical instrument.
The frogs are the heart of the Vosasatl. Each little croaker, when nestled in its chamber inside the instrument, adds its voice to create the melodious sound. Happy frogs produce the most harmonious and joyful sounds.
Happy frogs?
Imagine being pampered and cared for in a safe, comfortable environment, singing alongside your closest and dearest friends. That's the life of a Vosasatl frog. Every nest inside the instrument is warm and moist, full of mud and tasty treats.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. I'll gather the frogs now.
I'll be in my shop, preparing the Vosasatl. See you soon, partner.
Alright. Alright. Inventory. Quest items. Can't get... Oh, no, I can get out that way. Okay. Forgot how many frogs it was I had to gather. Good gracious. One, two, three. Okay, now we gotta catch a ruby hopper. Tina, Hannah.
Need someone with no fear and a strong back. That you?
I lost it. Dang it. Little sucker got away. Apparently did not successfully capture the ruby hopper.
I just heard someone found Donnelly dead on the road.
Got him. Find the indigo tree frog grove.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles. How deep within this rock?
Oh, Galish, such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a Sato.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush.
Can lizards blush? See, I don't even know if Argonians are warm-blooded or cold-blooded, to be honest. Got him. Yeah, just gotta get the ingredients and get the sun-blessed toad.
Hail again, friend. How goes your frog collecting? I hate to bother, friend partner, but you have been gone for a long time. Are the frogs giving you any trouble? I only ask because striking a deal with Captain Jimala is terribly important to me.
I gathered all the frogs except for the sun-blessed toads.
Yes, I should have noticed. Your basket practically bulges. As for the sunblessed toads, they are the most slippery of the bunch. Do you need me to tell you how to gather them again?
I don't need a reminder.
Then don't let me keep you, Pico. Get out there and gather the last of those toads.
I'm going to smell terrible again after this. Got it. Let's head back. That is when a giant, humongous toad came out of nowhere.
Those of Saxleo generally choose to live in tribes based around history.
Oh, is that the aroma of toad musk I smell? How delightful! I hope you were gentle with the little croakers. They need to be calm and relaxed. relaxed to produce the most pleasing sounds.
If I could, this basket all safe and sound.
So they are. How good of you to join us, little croakers. Let's go inside, Vigo. Our happy chorus must be fitted into the Vosa saddle. I envy them their new lives of pampered luxury. We should all be so lucky.
I'll meet you inside.
Welcome to your new home, my little friends. Now, let's listen to how it sounds.
That's a big instrument.
Pure perfection. Take this masterpiece to Captain Jimala with my compliments. That should secure us a deal. Our little friends are happy, I am happy, and Captain Jimala will be happy very soon. Oh, sun-filled day! Remember, when the captain asks you who created this masterpiece, shout my name with great enthusiasm. Neshtika, the pride of Lilmar.
Any idea where I can find Captain Jimila to deliver the Valsa Sola?
Of course. I always keep an ear hole open for important information such as that. Last I heard, Captain Jimala was drinking at the tavern. Go to her, present yourself as my envoy, give her the Vosa saddle, and get her to agree to export them.
Okay. Don't know how this is gonna go, my friend. The lusty Argonian footman.
You walk up to the great Captain Jimala with pride and purpose. Do you seek passage on my ship? Or does some other business put that spring in your step,
I'm here on behalf of Nesh Deka to offer you a deal.
Intriguing. Deals keep bringing me back to this swamp after all. So many captains consider Lilmont to be beneath their notice, but their loss is my gain. Very well, speak. What's your proposition?
First, Nesh Deka wants you to have this Valsa Salta as a gift and display it of the depth of his skill.
Vosa, what now? Tell me more, envoy. What is this contraption and why should I care?
The Valsa Salta is a musical instrument. Argonians in other lands would love a little sound of home.
The sound of home. Yes, I can see the profit in that. I target tavern owners with Argonian clientele. But what sort of instrument is this? I've never seen anything like it.
It's a sort of wind and keyboard instrument. It uses frogs to make them sounds.
I think what you said will make more sense after another couple of drinks. Still, it's exotic, I'll give it that. And I love a good challenge. Very well. Tell Neshtika we have a deal. Let's start with 5 of these and see how they sell.
I'll let Nesh Deka knows he has a deal. Are you playing it? I'm a lizard.
So, tell me, friend partner, was Captain Jimala impressed? Will she sell my Vosa saddles in far-off lands?
You have a deal. The captain will take five to start.
The sun shines on my scales. 5 Vosa saddles. I am going to need so many frogs. No worries, Nico. I will gather the little croakers myself. The next few days will be very busy, but very profitable. Speaking of profit, this is for you. Thank you.
All right. That did not count as completing a main quest. I wonder why they marked it as a main quest. Champion of the Hissed Bow. Very nice. Alright. Where are we headed? Oh, we're heading back to Brightthroat Village, so let's go to the Way Shrine. Alright, let's get rolling. Zugus.
The brightest, loudest throats croak your name, Biko. This makes it difficult to sleep, but under the circumstances, I think I can forgive you. That business with the egg tenders was no midday wallow. Now, we have something to discuss, I think.
I need to find the regiment of Argon. The remnant of Argon.
Of course you do. This matter of the remnant, you must understand, it is fragile as a marsh robin's egg. Even so, I trust your heart, and truthfully, we could use the help. Brightthroats are negotiators, not warriors, and war is brewing.
Thank you. How shall we proceed?
All answers lie with the Hist. It is just a matter of hearing what it has to say. Chimemaker Shuvu can help us. Our Hist speaks through the wind, you see. Its words rustle through the boughs, and our chimes sing out its counsel. Poetic, right?
Where can I find this chime?
Old Shuvu spends his time in the glade of chimes, to the west of the village. In my youth, I would spend all my time listening to the chimes. It is a very good place. If you go there now, I will join you.
Alright, let's find Chimemaker Shuv in the glades of chimes.
You will like Chimemaker Shuvu, I think. Very wise and very pleasant. Like one of your gray-muzzled bark dogs. Let's make our way to the glade.
How much do you know about the remnant, personally?
The remnant. It is not a thing known, but a thing felt. Like rain on the shoulders, or a brief whiff of cinnamon grass. Difficult to explain to outsiders, I think.
Try me.
Ha, this is fair. When I was a hatchling, a very old Nahish elder told me a story about a lost tribe. One that lived far away in houses of stone. She did not speak about the remnant, but its name swelled in my heart. I do not know why.
Maybe this tribe knows something. Do you have any idea where they went?
My knowing tree is barren. Sorry, Biko. Better to learn these things together anyway. For you, at least. Just think, if I knew where the remnant was, I would probably have hidden it by now. Then you would never get to see it.
Tell me about the glade of chimes.
Is the name not clear? It is a glade. It is full of chimes.
What does it have to do with your Hist?
Listen, Biko, and you might learn for yourself. You are Saxleal. The Hist might speak to you also. In Brightthroat Village, we learn the Hist's will through the chime music. Better than licking toads or mud dancing like other tribes, I think.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, licking toads is a good way to trigger hallucinations. Like, who can make the sun rise? Oh, here comes the...
Your betrothed awaits you, dear suitors. No need to be shy. Everyone gets
This is ridiculous.
Is that... Ah, little Zukas. Come to visit your old friend in the Glade of Chimes? He is always so busy now. I recall when he stood only as tall as the Keppel grass. And you, Xavier, what can this stiff-legged crafter do for you?
I need to ask your hist about the remnant of Argon.
Remnant of... My. This is no small question, Zuka's friend. Look around you. Each of these chimes sing out a tangle of melodies, but only one tangle. One chime speaks of eggs and hatching. Another jangles about death and journey's end.
So I need a specific chime, one that speaks about the ruminant.
Ah, the Ogel is clever, Zukas. Yes, my hands gave birth to every chime you hear. But the remnant, only one chime can sing its truth. One made by sun-blessed hands in an old time. Older than my egg mother's egg mother. A chime as old as our tribe.
Where is this chime?
Locked away, hidden under mud and lost memories. Understand, our exiles did not want this truth drifting free on the wind. But Zukas trusts you. I will trust you. Go to the Wither Vault, claim the chime, and we'll learn its truth together.
Alright, I'll recover the chime from the Wither Vault.
The Wither Vault is well north of the village. I would guide you, but my knees grow stiff as kindling wood. Little Zukas can aid you, I have no doubt. Be warned, even bright throats who know the mire like their own scales face danger there.
So you've known Zukas for a long time?
Since before he hatched, I called him the Little Stump. He would plant himself at the foot of the listening tree and stare up at the branches, listening, always listening. I thought he might take my place one day.
Why didn't he?
You should ask him. Treeminder Pavu saw the old sapling Zukas. She made him a root herald, and his days grew short and lean, like an underfed guar. Eventually, he had no time to listen anymore.
That bothered you?
All is as the Hist wishes it to be. One day, when he has grown old and thin like me, he may return to the glade. Until then, he does the tribe's work. There is no shame in that. None at all.
Thank you, Chime Maker. Hello, you have a quest for me?
This is what I'm talking about. How hard is it to boldly strut up to a stranger and express some interest? You get it. If we had more suitors as stiff-spined as you, the ceremony would be well underway.
I beg your pardon?
The bonding ritual? Are you not here to witness our most sacred tradition? It's a beautiful, lively affair. Usually, our guests have not seen fit to join us for the ceremony.
Why not?
Hist knows we have been gracious hosts to the suitors of our neighboring tribes, plying them with feasts and phlegm wine. But now that it's time to renew vows of kinship, their limp is wilting lilies when they should be rising to the occasion.
I'll see if I can find out what the holdup is.
Normally the Black-Tongue tribe are eager to participate. Many a Brightthroat can call the Black-Tongues their root kin. But the only thing Wakumat has been quick to provide today are excuses. I hope he'll be more forthcoming with you.
Who is Wakumot, the Black-Tongue suitor?
Oh, no, he is a bearer of Rusul the Infirm. Rusul is a frequent visitor and suitor, beloved sire to many a Black-Tongue and Brightthroat since before my egg mother was in her shell. Normally he would be first in line for the bonding.
Ruxel the Infirm?
It's true. Rusul must be carried about by his bearers for most everything. But before the bonding, he's like a Saxhleel possessed. His vigor is legend. Last season's bonding ended with his bungalow stilts driven flush to the ground.
My god. I see. And the other suitors?
The others are new to me. Bihuna is one of the Root House people, so if she puts hands on you, it isn't a romantic gesture. Hold tightly onto any familial jewels. Dite, on the other hand, is as inscrutable as any moss skin.
Do you know any other Murkmire tribes? Do any other Murkmire tribes participate in your bonding ritual?
Never the ghost people or stone pile people, certainly. We used to see more of the Mire dancers and Copper Eyes, but we haven't seen much of them since they were taken to Mazatoon. And sadly, the dead water remained distant and reserved as always.
Which tribes have you sent suitors this year?
Our longtime allies, the Black Tongues, the Moskins, and the Root House people. They are normally so apprehensive.
Sounds like I might have to go to Mazzelton and rescue some of my people. I want to know more about the Moskins.
The Moskins value peace above all else, and peace without requires peace within. They go where the river takes them, no matter the circumstances. Of all the tribes, they are the most serene. Death, war, lean years, nothing ruffles their frills.
So they're pacifist?
More indifferent. All the world's horrors, quiet fears that keep men and Myr awake at night, all of it rolls off their backs. People think we Brightthroats take things in stride. The Moskins make us look like fretful ducklings.
Okay, interesting. What can you tell me about the Root House people?
We welcome them with open arms, of course, but only after our valuables are carefully tucked away. They take what they want by quiet theft or intimidation. Failing that, they take it by force. Better to give what you can afford to lose.
They sound like thugs. Why invite them?
They are brutes, yes. But useful brutes when war winds blow. Their strength rivals that of the Dead Water tribe. They just lack the Naga's wisdom. In the end, they are still our neighbors. Better to welcome them as friends than face them as enemies.
Fair enough. Now, who are the Black Tongues?
The Black Tongues dwell in the shadow places, giving praise and offerings to Sithis. They take great pains to ensure as many of their clutches are born under the sign of shadow as possible. Perhaps too much, but I would not question their methods.
Do they frighten you?
Only when I'm reminded that they know every root and flower's killing secret. All the more reason to welcome them as friends, yes. You'll find no more attentive parents outside the Brightthroats, and they are great alchemists and gardeners also.
Okay. And...
Of course, though I hope it will not take much longer. The Brightthroat betrothed have waited long enough already, I think. If we are to set the mood right, best to do so soon.
I'm well aware of that, my friend. What is this bonding ritual exactly? A wedding?
It's the future of our tribe. The bonds we create today ensure the peace and prosperity of future generations by tying our tribes together as one. The bonding ritual ensures every generation of Brightthroats calls their neighbors Eggkin.
So these suitors are marrying into your tribe?
Marrying? It is a joyous time, yes. Usually. Most tribes have festivities surrounding bondings, but none compare to that of the Brightthroats. Travelers come from far and wide to join the celebration and witness the joining of so many tribes.
So it's not exactly a wedding ceremony. So basically, if I'm understanding it right, it's more like just a mating ritual, where, you know, you mix blood basically, and there are children born, well, you know, eggs laid in this case. And it brings you closer together because you're kin with them, but at the same time, you're not formally bound to the tribe, I guess.
Do not crowd us, Ojel. You will disturb Ruzo's focus.
Topaz said you've been making excuses all day. When is Roxel going to be ready?
Never. He is dead.
Oh no!
Tries to steal himself for the dread-fathering elixir. But after we administered the potion, he never awoke. It seems Sithis felt Ruzo had children enough.
Oh no, you killed him! Dread-fathering elixir, did it kill him?
Our most potent mixture, brewed to ensure even these Brightthroat bonds are blessed by the great creator. He did not foam at the mouth or expel blood from every orifice, so I think it was just his time.
Okay.
You earned your rest, Shaper of Generations.
So there's no Black Tongue suitor? Could you replace him?
No one could fill the void Russo left behind. Kayak. I suppose I must try. For the good of the tribe, I will need more of our dread-fathering elixir. Russo drank it to the last drop.
What do you need? Maybe I can find it for you.
There is a rare plant, the Leviathan Pizzle. It is the key ingredient to the elixir. Find one, and I will join the bonding ritual. I should warn you, it resembles many toxic mud blossoms. This sketch should help you avoid them.
Tell me about your tribe.
We honor Sithis above all else. Raj Sithis the Changer, not the Destroyer from the Dusk Times. But ends are often beginnings. There are no purer agents of change than the Shadow Scales. So we prepare our children from birth to learn their secrets.
Prepare them how?
We bathe their eggs in our brews to ensure they are hatched under the favored sign and give them their first taste of the swamp's deadly secrets. They are nursed on the milk of toxic weeds until strong enough for the Shadow Scales to come claim them.
What's special about the Leviathan Pizzle?
It's one of the 14 Southek, or sacred plants. Each plant brings joy or death, depending on the measure. In the bonding, Ruzol ensured the Leviathan Pizzle brought great joy. This season, we will see.
So why choose someone in his condition to be your tribe's suitor?
Because there was no better choice. There has never been a Black Tongue who could drink as deeply from the dread-fathering elixir and live to see his children grown. He was frail in all other pursuits, but in the bonding, he was a divine tool.
Apparently there's quite a lot of children, so... How many times was he chosen to be the suitor for the Black Tongues?
More than anyone has had reason to count. He was but a young whelp when his talent was discovered. Half of Murkmire may bow their heads as we bear his body back to our hiss.
Yeah, I'm sure. He was the father of quite a lot of people. I'm gonna have to honor this fallen hero. Honor. There we go. Alright, that looks terrifying, actually. Alright, let's go. Ooh. Ooh, my Witch Mother's Potent Brew wore off. I'm actually running low on those. I'll need to make some more again. Go ahead and slap a location on that so I can find it again. Surely it wouldn't be that easy. Nope. Get off me. I really hate these guys. Nope, that's not it either. Thanks for coming with me, Zigzis. I mean, you didn't have to. I mean, I guess this is concerning your tribe, but you were not obliged to come with me on this. Got it. To Wakumat. I wonder if I'll actually get to observe the ritual this time, because I didn't get to as a Breton, but I am Saxleal, so I might get a chance to actually observe the ritual this time. I'm back, Waku.
You have not succumbed to the swamp's poison lips. Was the pizzle jutting out from the short grass as I described?
I found a Leviathan pizzle.
Oh, this one is aptly named. Let me add it to the mixture I have already prepared. If I survive, you may tell Topeth I will do my part.
Good luck. I'll let the Bright Knights know after I've spoken to the other suitors.
All right, it is finished. Sithis, use me as you will. I am warmed to the core by the presence of the Dread Father. Can you not hear my heart throb as I swell with his power of creation?
Okay.
I carry Russo.
What's going on over here?
To bear his legend.
Wasik eyes are watching. Can you feel them? I do not like it.
Is that why you haven't joined the bonding ritual? Are you nervous?
I do not fear the limp fins. I want my dowry. I took it from my betrothed, Fairy. I want it back.
What happened to your dowry?
Guards took it, hid it from me. Topeth tells me my betrothed has gifts for me instead. But I do not want gifts. I want my dowry. They would take it back, but I have watched.
You're saying you stole your dowry from your betrothed? Why?
Because it is my dowry. The Hist meant it for me. Brightthroats do not understand this. If they will not respect our custom, I will not respect theirs. No dowry, no bond.
Alright, I'll try to get your dowry back.
The Wasik goods keeper took my dowry to the storehouse for keeping safe. Go find it.
Do you always just take the things you want?
It is our way. The root house people do not make. When we need meat, the swamp provides. When we need crafts and treasures, other tribes provide. The Hist compels them to make these things. They do not know that the Hist means for us to take them.
Most would call that stealing.
If I leave out a bowl of slug paste and a nettle toad eats it, this is no theft. The root house people heed forces greater than Limpfin law. The Brightthroats do not see. It is the will of the Hist that I have my dowry.
Can't you just ask for the dowry? The Brightthroats might be convinced to give it to you.
Root house people do not ask. We claim.
Do the root house people dwell nearby?
The root house people do not build. If the Hist wants us to have a village, we take one. In an old time, we claimed this village, but we tired of it, so we burned it down.
You burned down Brightthroat Village?
Yes, why would we not? My goal in exile always says, burn what you cannot carry. Otherwise, the tribes will not make new things.
And the Brightthroats welcomed you back?
Of course. The Brightthroats remember to forget. Would you have them drag grudges like stones? That is the dry skin and stone dweller way. Your questions are dry and stupid.
I think you're dry and stupid. Ha 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 ha. Whoops. Ooh. Got that for later.
Ah, the Zook's friend I hear so much about. Son's blessings. I see you did not kick your feet clean before entering. Well, no matter. I will clean it up later. How can I help you?
I need to find Bihun's dowry for the bonding ritual.
Bihuna? Ah, the root house suitor thief with the filthy spines. I would give you the dowry, Zuka's friend, but I do not know where it is. The goods keeper Olin hid it to keep the root house thugs from stealing it.
Where can I find Ulan?
Gone to Gideon. Personal matter. He will not be back for many days, but do not fret. Nahish Olin left a reminder for him so as not to forget the dowry's location. It likely points to another reminder, and that to another. He is eccentric.
Why would he write reminders about reminders?
The root house people are not known for their patience or wisdom. Nahish Olin was determined not to be outwitted by the likes of them, so he invented an impossible challenge for the suitor thief. The first reminder is on the post there. Hist guide.
Thanks for the help.
I fear the suitor thief has set you on a fool's errand, Biko Gel. But I'll trust you know better than I what is needed.
Yeah. Hello, you crooked claw rapscallions. I heard just about enough of you, helping yourselves to whatever you please and throwing off my inventory counts. If you're determined to waste my time, then I'll be sure to waste yours. I even give you a fighting chance. Start in the goods pavilion and remember this. Where do we hide things a root house might seize? Inside an eye that never sees. Oh, he is such a devious bastard. Technically, I guess they're all bastards. By the rest of the world standards, since technically they don't marry.
What you at for in docks? I hear they never would have held without you.
Whee. Alright. An eye that never sees, not mortar and pestle. Target is a... Yeah, the targets. Well, you managed to finally hit the bullseye. Sure, it wasn't luck. Might want to give up now before you piddled away your day, banging the flint rocks between your ears for a spark of genius. If you intend to be stubborn, make your way to the coral and remember these words. This blade finds use on the fields of war, but only for those who can wield it no more. Olin. Very devious lizard indeed. I approve. Let's see, there's a dung pile. There's a hammock. It's a shovel. Every time I get a little down about this trip, I just imagine you up to your elbows in guard dung trying to find your dowry. But I guess you finally managed to get your hands on this clue. Did you just jam your hands into anything you could find until you got what you wanted? Might need to use salamander traps next time. If you think you're getting closer to your prize, go to the watchtower and think on these words. I wear a skin that isn't mine. With others' hands I help keep time. Olin. Also, take a bath before the bonding, you feckless heathen. I didn't touch the dung pile, so I am fine. Sleeping mat. Well, that's not what I wanted. Lantern pole. The tower nest. The drum. Chish Nissa, you'll find that dowry I hid tucked in the false bottom of your favorite crate. The one that you don't think I know about. I had to move your collection to make room. From now on, keep those in your room. This is not what the storehouse is for, Olin. Pretty ingenious, if I do say so myself. I am ingenious at times. Alright, we got it.
The path to the remnant bends like an oxbow. Let's find this chime.
Oh, we will, just not right this moment.
You're not cutting me off. The brewer tells me I drank all the celebration phlegm wine. Now he asks coin for more. I would thunk his head in if it was not a bonding. Find my dowry so I can leave this place.
Here's your dowry. Now will you participate in the bonding ritual?
Finally, the hist provides. It sours my stomach that I had to rely on you to take what, by right, is mine. But suitors must be flexible, I guess. The custom is met. I will join in the bonding.
I'll let the Bright Throats know you've agreed to participate. Although honestly, they might be better off without you. Alright, what do you want?
You look burdened, Ojel. Please, sit and let the breeze carry your cares away. The Bright Throats have brought us many nice things to share.
Shouldn't you be preparing for the bonding ritual? You are the Muskin suitor, right?
Yes, I was. My betrothed was very kind. It's a pity I must disappoint her, but these things happen.
Why aren't you participating in the bonding ritual?
It will be a less personal disappointment than if I were to arrive without the seed doll she gifted me for the occasion. It's the least I can do to return her kindness.
What happened to the seed doll?
A Hajj Mota snatched it out of my hands as I soaked my feet by the Gulu Bridge. Very quick, gone in an instant. Such is life. I do not know why the Hajj Mota would want such a thing, but the Hist must have thought it needed it. I hope it enjoys it.
If I recover the seed doll, will you participate in the bonding ritual?
I see no reason why I would not join the bonding ritual, but I do not have my betrothed's seed doll. It is pointless to dwell on what's lost.
What is the seed doll exactly?
A cherished bright-throat craft. They take a seed from a tree with no name, nurture it to enormous size, and allow it to sprout its roots. With much care, the roots are pared back again and again until a shape is formed. Mine resembled a Hajj Mota.
What can you tell me about the Muskins?
There isn't much to tell. We were, we are, we will be. The Hist nurture us, and we nurture them. Sometimes Sithis sees fit to disrupt this cycle when it grows too ordinary, so we Moskins find a new routine until it's time for change again.
Just follow the path of least resistance?
Why wrestle the world when the world will always win? We get everything we need by flowing with the stream. What's the point of struggling against it? I know Ojel don't understand. It's a shame. We would all be so much happier.
Well, I also live a life of an adventurer, so I really can't afford that kind of mindset.
Just when I needed some.
Leaving the glade always puts rocks in my sandals.
Face me. Oh, there it goes. Come on. It's just a little one. It was strong for a little one, though. Phew. Well, I'm thinking about it. Switch back to my other lightning staff, the one that actually deals lightning damage. Because the undead one is not so useful here as it was in Castle Thorn. So.
You have been enjoying a good wallow, yes? The mud here is smooth and
I have your seed doll.
And so the stream returns to its source. It's very pretty, isn't it? My betrothed is very skilled. It seems some of the roots have bent. I will tell her it was from my overzealous embrace. That should make her happy.
So you'll be joining the bonding ritual?
The Hist has made certain I stay on this course. I will not resist its desires. Not that I would want to. I think I will enjoy the bonding ceremony.
I will let the Bright Throats know that you'll be participating.
Everyone is assembled except for the suitors. What is the word, Beak Ogel? Must I call off the bonding ritual and bring shame upon our tribe?
I convinced all the suitors to join the bonding ritual.
You are a gift from the Hist, like the sweetest of saps on my lips. Come, join us for this momentous occasion. It is only fitting.
Very well.
Take the place of honor and ring the bonding chime to begin the ceremony.
Oh. Where's the place of honor? I'm confused. Oh.
We are gathered here under the boughs of our tender Hist to honor the life it gives us. Just as their roots reach out and intertwine in the mud, so too will we become entangled, bound together to weave a strong foundation. Join me in erecting the spine of procreation, sow the sap and seed of a new generation. right with the tribe. The winds carry the lovely scents of hissed blossoms and muskreek upon the air, and soon the chimes of nuptial huts will rattle the night away. It's enough to make anyone let out their frills.
What happened now?
The happy couples will retire to their nuptial huts to begin the process of bonding, and the next generation of bright throats will be born. But for us, the work is done. Let us drink, eat, dance.
Unsuitable suitors is complete. Woo. Champion of the Hiss Shield. Alright, let's head to that location and get that. Well, first we'll hit that crafting station, and then we'll head up to the Wither Vault. And then after the Wither Vault, we'll probably be calling it a break after that. Ooh, I better grab this quest too while I'm in the area.
Here. A far cry from Lilmoth's mud puddles, I think.
Drula?
Everything okay?
You there? Are you familiar with the local terrain? If so, I could use your help. My wife and I, we came to this God's forsaken land to get away from the clamor of Vivek City. I fear my poor Verona may have gotten into a spot of trouble.
What seems to be the problem?
Verona and her beloved pet Drula went for a walk in the swamp hours ago, and they still haven't returned. My wife took care of herself, but she's as unfamiliar with this terrain as I am. I fear the worst may have happened.
Do you know if Veronia had a destination in mind when she left?
Verona saw some ancient Argonian stonework out in the swamp. She loves to study the techniques of long-dead masons. Use this whistle, and Drula should come running. If you pet him and tell him he's a good boy, he'll lead you directly to Verona.
I'll try to find Verona and Drula.
Drula loves that whistle. He comes running whenever we blow it. I'm sure Verona just got caught up examining an interesting piece of carved stone. But I appreciate you going to check on her. I'll just wait here in case they return.
Tell me more about your pet, Drula.
Drula's our Bantam Gua.
Of course he is.
Cute little slobberer was a marriage gift, and he's been with us ever since. He's more attached to Verona than to me, truth be told, and she's trained him well. Just blow the whistle and he'll come running.
What are you and Verona doing in Murkmire?
Verona constantly complains that we never take a vacation. So when the opportunity presented itself, I set up this trip to visit Murkmire.
Of course you did.
Certainly surprised, but I get the feeling she was hoping for somewhere with a bit less mud.
Yeah, I'm sure. Why does she have an interest in ancient stonework?
We met on one of my construction sites. I was just an assistant overseer on that project, and Verona was one of our stonemasons. She's really good at her craft. Whenever she gets the chance, she loves to learn new techniques for working stone.
Okay, well, I guess we'll help this lady and help her find her wife. Can't let the poor girls be apart. That would just be wrong. Sorry, Zuka, sounds like you're going to be out here a little bit longer with me.
Oh, Leviathan Pizzle grows across this glade. A very powerful herb, Pico. Remind me to pick some later.
Why do you want the Leviathan Pizzle, Zuckus? Who are you bonding with later? There's the Bantam War. Pet the War. Drula appears agitated and eager to tell you something. Good boy, Drula. Good boy. Follow Drula.
I cannot imagine the Brightthroats ever holding territory here. Very little wind, hollow seas, and poor fishing. Take away our wind, seeds, and fish, and we grow very sour. There it is, just up ahead. This place dries my scales.
Luckily, these three quests kind of really intersect very well. Don't leave me right into the troll, you little piece of shit. Oh, there's her wife.
Drula,
Thanks, the three. I wondered where you ran off to. Did Drula bring you to me, stranger? He's such a good boy.
Your wife sent me to find you. She was worried when you were gone so long.
Shiralas sent you. She worries too much. But that's why I love her. We did get a little turned around, and then that creature started sniffing around. Now that you're here, I think we can make a break for it. Drula can lead me back to Shiralas.
Gotcha.
Come on, Drula. Let's go find Shiralas.
Good luck. Master Adventurer. Ooh, I've done that many quests. Journal. Quest. Nope. Achievements, sorry. Yep, I've done 500 quests. Very nice. Master Adventurer purple. Seems fitting that I get that as Reewish the Mighty Battle Lizard. Though I'm fairly sure I already earned that on my main character a long time ago.
No good thing comes from stone. Let's make this quick.
Yep. I gotta find a way up first. Hoping I'm not going the wrong direction here, friend. Children of the Root, and yes, I was right, there's a tablet right here. The Zik tablet recovered. Oh dear goodness. What in the world are you? Want to try that again? Apparently not.
Chime inside this vault. Be careful.
I understand. Let's do this.
The Nahish elders never speak of this place. Not even to me. Stay watchful, Biko.
Yep, you are correct. Witherjaw.
The chimes. They sing without wind. Just ahead. I hate this.
Take down the ruminant chimes, and then if you circle around back, Nush Miko tablet recovered. 2 more tablets recovered.
Good work, Biko. Let us get back to Brightroad Village.
Yahoo! I love how good I am with potions. Argonians make natural tanks and healers.
A beast nesting in the wither vault, soiling the chime. My rage quill is engorged.
Be calm.
The wind welcomes you, Zuka's friend. You have the remnant chime? Please, settle an old lizard's spines. The beast Zukas mentioned, it did not gnaw or shed water on it, right?
No, it seems fine. What happens now?
Hist be praised. Take the chime to the listening tree and hang it there. When you are ready, clutch this prayer stone and focus. If your cause is just, the Hist will answer. If not, I guess we have to find a better place to bury this chime.
I'll hang the chime.
Perfect. Now center yourself in the glade and focus the remnant's mystery on the prayer stone.
I was to center myself.
We seek your guidance and ask the blessing of your song. Sap Mother, Bow Father, please hear our petition and speak the remnant's truth. I hear nothing. A tangle of whispers, nothing more.
That can't be. Wait, I hear it, Shuvu. I hear it. The Hist sings the remnant's truth.
Truly? Ha! Ah, little Zukas, I knew you had a chime maker's heart. Come, tell us what you hear.
I am confused. Shuvu is the wisest listener in the tribe. How could he hear nothing when I heard it so clearly? He is very old. Maybe he just needs his ear cavity flushed.
I doubt it. What did the chime say about the remnant of Argon?
Smoke of stars to see what once was seen. Sunless sap to hear what once was heard. A bramble of words. I appreciate the Hist's poetry, but this is not an ideal time for it, I think.
How will that help us find the remnant of Argon?
I do not know. Hopefully Shuvu can teach me how to decipher the words. It will take time, but I will find you if I learn more. Perhaps friend Famia could help also? Or Cassandra. They both know the Marsh's stone secrets. They could prove useful.
Cassandra asked me to meet her in Altman Marhilil. I'll see if she can help. Alright, where are we going? Right, we are going east. Farewell, my friends. It's always a pleasure to visit you at the Bright Throat Village. That's not an appropriate mount for this place. Come on, Storm. Mounts. Heavyweight, Snoop. Curvins, nope. Arthropods, felines, nope. Those are regular horses. Don't really have any lizards or anything. I guess this will do. Not quite a lizard, but you know. It's much more fitting for this kind of environment, though.
Cassandra said you'd be here. There's news. Well, you certainly have a spring in your step. Your work with the Bright Throats went well, I take it. Splendid.
We made some progress, yes. Where's Cassandra?
Following another lead on the Remnant. Or, potential lead. Someone she worked with before she started funding Cyrodiilic collections. I don't know much more. She asked me to tell you to join them when I saw you. So I suppose you should do that.
Join them where exactly?
West of here, near that spooky prison. Honestly, I missed most of it. Too preoccupied by her bodyguard. Something about how he looks at me. Gives me the shivers, you know? But we have better things to discuss. What did you learn with Zucus?
A riddle. Smoke of stars to see what once was seen. Sunless sap to hear once was heard.
Ritual Argonian poetry. Their words are common, but the meter is all wrong. There's more to it. Missing verses, perhaps? Well, truthfully, Cassandra is the authority on that sort of thing. You should set out. I'll try to dig up a few relevant texts.
I'll go meet up with Cassandra.
Smoke and sunless sap. Strange that the Bright Throats hissed would speak in such dour terms. Maybe it describes some dark age. The Alessian incursion of the First Era? Or perhaps a dark age yet to come. Gads, let's hope it's not that.
Why did Cassandra hire that bodyguard, Whiptail, right?
Ugh, I wish I knew. He's just the worst, right? She hired him maybe 6 months ago? I don't think Cassandra's ever received a credible threat to her life, but he's always there, leering at us. Maybe she'll sack him now that you're here. Fingers crossed.
What brought you out here?
Cassandra summoned me. Honestly, it's nice to get out of the office from time to time. Thought I might take in a Tiba Inu match while I'm here. I guess it'll have to wait. I need to get back to Lomoth to research this poem of yours.
How are the explorers we rescued?
Oh, they're mostly fine. A little shaken up. A few of them have sworn off exploring for good. Hard to blame them, I guess. Luckily, Zadaza chose to stay on. She would never let her career end with an abduction. Far too proud for that.
Yeah, I feel you there. Alright, so we're heading to Black Rose Prison. We may as well just ride there. It's too close to walk.
The king and Afterpact are at Urinstan. They say the court plane is taken.
It's no use. Pockets have
Good,
been picked
you're
clean.
here. Nothing is ever that simple.
Oh, hold on a second.
You found us. Good. As you can see, we've met with some difficulty. I apologize for the unsightliness. Were your inquiries in Brightthroat Village fruitful?
We learned a riddle about the remnant of Argon. What happened here?
Murder, apparently. The victim was Hitzasi, a former associate. Not so pleasant or learned as Famia, but still useful in his own way. He traveled in less reputable circles. I had hoped he could shed some light on the blackguard's plans.
How'd he die?
That is what we are trying to determine. Whatever happened, it was neither clean nor brief. What a waste. If the blackguards came after him, Hidzasi must have known something about the Remnant after all. Look around and see what you can find.
Alright, I'll take a look around for anything related to the Remnant.
His throat was cut. Simple bandages weren't enough to staunch the bleeding, it seems. What have you found? Show them to me, if you would. Pages torn from Hitsatsi's journal. I do not mean to speak ill of the dead, but I must admit some surprise. He never struck me as someone committed enough to keep a journal. If he knew about the Remnant, this could prove invaluable.
One of them talks about the blackguards, searching for relics Argonians used to communicate with the Hist.
So, the blackguards have learned what we already know. The truth of the Remnant cannot be torn from my Eggkin because they do not know it. Only their tribal relics can provide the answers. How did you learn the Brightthroat's riddle?
We rang a special chime to commune with the Hist.
You see, the voice of the Hist needs a conduit, some physical means of communication. The blackguards failed to acquire the Brightthroat's chime, but they clearly mean to steal some relic from the Deadwater tribe. Bold. Or spectacularly stupid.
So you want me to talk to the Deadwater tribe and find out what this relic could be?
Precisely. You know one of the tribe's calls, don't you? Jaksik Orn, if I recall correctly. Find her and plead our case. If the Deadwater tribe has some way of learning more about the Remnant, we need to find it before the blackguards do.
Alright, I'll travel to Deadwater Village and find Jaksik Orn.
Safe travels. When you've concluded your business with the Deadwater tribe, meet me back at Cyrodiila Collection's headquarters in Lilwan. We're getting close. I can almost feel it.
You seem pretty excited about this relic business.
Please, don't mistake my stoic demeanor for a lack of enthusiasm. All of this is tremendously exciting. But, in answer to your inquiry, yes, the primacy of these relics is a thrilling discovery. It supports a theory of mine about the Hist.
What's your theory?
Well, I wrote a treatise on the subject some years ago. A brisk 400 pages. But I suppose I can give you a summary. Argonians share a special relationship with their Hist. They hear its will, taste its decrees.
They, don't you mean we? You're an Argonian too.
Yes, well, that's just it. I can't hear the Hist.
What do you mean?
When I place my hands on the Hist's bark or rest in the shadow of its boughs, I hear nothing. No whispers, no faint smells or soothing tones. Just silence. Deafening silence.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I admit the silence troubles me, but do you see? My Eggkin sometimes need intermediaries too. With these antiquities, the chimes, the Deadwater relic, and eventually the Remnant itself, perhaps I'll finally hear something.
Alright. Alright, where are we going? The Deadwater tribe. Arena, Black Rose Prison. Ooh, found a new thing to research. I'm gonna have to go around and use up some of those things that I picked up. See, that says it's a dungeon, but it says arena. I don't really understand what it is. I've never actually done it before, so I'm unsure exactly what Black Rose Prison is. Ooh. There's the dell, or one of the two dells of this region. Let's go do that first. And then I think I'll call it quits after doing this delve, so. Actually, you know, I remember this delve being really long. Let's go ahead and end off here. Next, we'll go ahead and take the quest.
Biko friend, didn't I see you talking with the explorers from Cyrodiilic Collections? Are you one of them? Can I ask you to help me with a crucial and sacred task?
What kind of help do you need?
I have suffered shame for the actions of my ancestor. When the Imperial Ninth Legion marched into Murkmire, my distant relative agreed to serve as their scout. And ever since my egg family has carried the mark of traitors, I want to erase that mark.
How do we clear your egg family's name?
After my egg relative joined them, the Legion vanished. At long last, I believe I know where they disappeared to. Sophia Cavern. However, the cavern is rumored to be the home of the Wujuka. I can't face that monster on my own. Will you go with me?
I'll help you explore the Sulphur Cavern.
My egg siblings only care about the here and now. But I always believed that history was the key to exonerating our disgraced ancestor. I know we'll find something in the cavern. I just know it. As long as the Wujuka doesn't object to our presence.
What is the Wujuka?
There have always been dark legends surrounding the Sophia Caverns. Stories about a monster called the Wujuka. It is some sort of powerful voroplasm. A massive pool of malignant slime that was said to periodically emerge and cause untold damage.
What are you hoping to find inside the caverns?
Evidence that the Ninth Legion visited the cavern before it disappeared. Maybe even signs that the Imperials entered Sophia and never emerged. If we could locate something that explains why my ancestor agreed to help them, that would be moist.
What do you know about the caverns?
The Sophia Caverns were sealed by a rock slide in the distant past. Recent tremors, however, have opened a path into the caves. I also learned that tribal elders once performed rituals to bind the Wujuka inside. But that was a long time ago.
Tell me about your ancestor.
Gin Rajul was a renowned scout, well respected before the Imperials convinced him to help them. I'm certain they must have forced him, threatened him in some way. No spawn of our eggs could have been a traitor, and with your help, I'll prove it.
Tell me more about the Lost Legion.
Many seasons ago, when the Imperials first sent troops to our beloved swamps, the Ninth Legion terrorized the region. It marched from one end of Murkmire to the other, inflicting death and destruction along the way. Then they simply vanished. I've gathered every song and story I could find that even mentioned the Lost Legion. After many seasons of travel and study, an obscure line in a ballad sung by an elder of the Giruslil tribe led me to Sophia. My burden lightens with every step.
Alright, so we're not going to do that just yet. Is there a stables in this town? Let me actually go to the village and see if there's a stables. I mean, I know there's a way shrine, so I can go back to the town and then return here. So I think there's a way shrine in Deadwater Village. I certainly hope there is. Yeah, I'm just here to enter the village at the moment. Okay. there is not a stable here, so I'll have to port back here by Way Shrine, and then we will do the delve next time, and then we will do the quest around the village. I believe somewhere out here is also another tablet piece, so we'll go get that. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching today. If you did, or if you watch in the future, of course, thank you for watching then as well. I hope to catch you next time when we come back with more of The Elder Scrolls Online Murkmire with Reewish the Mighty Battle Lizard. Thank you very much, and goodbye.